Hey everyone, it has been a long time since I've done a video, and I think this is the first time I've done a video like this, where somebody has sent me questions and asked me to answer them, and I wanted to jump on this and do it because I don't really have anything to make videos about anymore. I mean, there's outfits and there's body checks and stuff like that, but as far as like talking, I don't really have anything to talk about anymore, so I don't make videos like this anymore. But Emily Boo has sent me a long list of questions, and they're pretty interesting questions, so I figured I would jump on it and do it. So I have them right here, and I'm going to read them and answer them to the best of my ability. All right. She says no particular order, but I'm just going to read it the way she wrote it out. So the first question is, how are you doing? I'm okay. I could be better, but I could be worse. I'm not like I was, like really, really down. I'm also not as happy as I could probably be, but that's just life, you know. It is what it is. Did you get all your stuff shipped over from New Zealand? Yes, I did. I got everything except for the stuff they wouldn't ship, like aerosols, which sucked because I had so many air fresheners and cologne sprays that I loved that smelled so good, and they won't let me have any of it. Do you still talk to Logan? No, I do not. I do not have anything to do with him. Are things as you expected them to be in the U.S.? Yes and no. When I was in New Zealand, I assumed living in America would be way easier, and because rent is only once a month and bills are once a month and everything's so much less here than it is over there, I just assumed that it would be easier to make it here, but it's not. It's hard in its own way. But I mean, from the pure variety of things, that's far surpassed what I was expecting when I got here. The things that are no longer in stock that I knew and remembered and loved before I left, that sucks. And there's a lot more things that are no longer sold that than I was expecting, and I'm still hurting from those. Like enchiladas at Taco Bell, those were the only thing I would really get at Taco Bell, and they don't make them anymore. And stores aren't 24 hours anymore, and they were when I left. And the food that the deli used to sell in Walmart, they used to have the spicy sausage on a stick, and they don't have that anymore. Like things like that. It kind of sucks a bit. Will you ever come back to YouTube? Unless I'm doing something like this, probably not. My reach just isn't there. I have over 16,000 subscribers, which is very small, but not as small as a lot of other people. It's just so hard to get seen, and my videos might get 100 to 200 views, if that, and it's a lot of time and effort for no views. But I know if I want the views, I have to put in the time and effort, and I just don't have anything to make that many videos about, so probably not. But if there's ever a suggestion, a good one like this, I don't mind doing it. Would you go back to New Zealand? That's a tough one too, because I fought so long to leave and to come back home, and I couldn't see myself packing up and going back there where I struggled for so long. But at the same time, Dorian's over there, and unless I go over there, I'll probably never see him again. So that makes it really hard. And I would love to take Josh over there and let him see where I was living and how I was living and show him around and stuff. But then I have my cats, and I don't trust anybody with my cats. And to go on holiday, I can't leave them here alone, and I wouldn't want to put them in a kennel or a cattery because they wouldn't know why they're there, and I think it would just upset them a lot to suddenly be taken from their home and locked in a cattery somewhere without us, because it's not like you can explain to them, Mommy and Daddy will be back in a couple weeks or a week or so. They just would be gone, and they'd be in a strange place, and that'll affect them at least in some way, and I don't really want to put them through that. Do you and Josh have your own place? Nope, we still live in a garage. I don't think we'll ever have our own place with the cost of living what it is, to be honest with you, though. What does your real hair look like? It is about right here, very thin, and all black. And I've got bangs. What does Josh do for work? Josh he's currently off due to injury, but he works at the gas station up the road. He loves it there. Biggest regret in life? Anything having to do with Dorian for the most part. Just not being the kind of mom I should have been when he was younger, not standing up for him the way I should have, not being there in all the ways that I should have. I just regret like a lot of things about his childhood and his youth. I regret some things about my parents as well, but my number one is Dorian, because he turned out really well, but I think he could have turned out even better if I had known how to be a good mom to him, which I didn't. I mean, I'm always learning, and I'm being the best mom I can be now, but I mean, there's still all those years in between when I wasn't the mom that I should have been, and I'm not going to make excuses for it, but I just didn't know how, and I was really mentally unstable at the time as well, so that had a lot to do with my ability as a parent. Would you ever do a tattoo tour, separate videos for legs, arms, etc.? Probably not, because I have a lot of tattoos on my legs that I don't like, that are quite embarrassingly bad. I mean, I've got the tattoos on the rest of my body that are okay. Some that I like a lot, but to show them all, I'd have to be in a lot of unflattering poses, which I am not looking forward to doing, so I don't really think I would ever do a tour just because of that. I mean, you can see the ones on my face, clearly. I have a white ink one right here, and I've got my ear done, so I really like the side of my face, and then I'm supposed to be getting this side covered up as well when I have a chance, when I have some money. You're looking amazing, not that you didn't before. How have you lost so much weight? I have dropped about 40 pounds, and at the end of the day, what I've done differently is I quit snacking and grazing is what I call it. I used to sit around and just like eat all day, but like chips or candy or snacks or, you know, little things here and there, and I would just think, well, it's not a full meal, and you're supposed to eat small meals a day, many small meals a day, so that's not going to make me gain any kind of weight, and it should be all right because I'm still not taking in a lot of calories. But the thing is that I was taking a lot of calories, I just didn't realize it, and now that I'm not taking in the same amount of calories I was, I've just dropped and dropped and dropped, and I started off this new weight loss journey at 180, because at my highest I was 225, and then I went down to probably about 175, 165 at my lowest. I only stayed 165 for about a week, and then I went back up to like 175, 180, then I got back up to like 180, 185, and in September I was 170, and now I'm like 145. What happened with the tattoo studio job? It just didn't work out. Location, lack of transportation. At the time, the Explorer that we had, the transmission went out, and it just made it impossible to get anywhere, do anything. I think Josh actually might have lost a job at that time because of that as well. Do you think TikTok will be banned in the US? I think that Trump is going to do his best to get it not banned, because he knows that a lot of his fan base is on TikTok. But as far as I know, unless they sell, it will be banned. But everybody's saying if you don't delete it from your phone and you keep the app on your phone, they can't uninstall the app and you'll still be able to use it. Just get a modded version or keep the app on your phone and don't delete it. So I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to see how long I can last with it, because I love TikTok. I'm on there like all day, every day, because for my attention span, it's nice and short, and I just scroll like literally all day long. Are you still being harassed online? Probably. I haven't been to any of the sites in, it feels like years. I've been in a long time. I've gotten comments here and there that are bullying or negative, and I just delete them and just move on. Like, ever since I got on Prozac, it's been like a complete life changer, and I feel so calm and stable now that I can see negative comments and brush it off. Or, I mean, it still stings, of course. I am only human, but it doesn't sting in the I'm gonna rush out and go kill myself way that it used to sting. So I do feel a lot better mentally when those things do pop up. I do know that in the back of my mind, I know that anybody I talk to or anybody that sees my post or that adds me could potentially still be one of the haters or from one of the hate sites, and that anything I say or that I share could still be getting screenshot and shared and made fun of. But I share what I share with the knowledge that it's probably getting seen and shared. So I don't do anything blindly anymore. I don't do anything thinking that I'm safe. I do everything. Doesn't matter what private conversation I have or what. I do everything with a forethought that it's not going to be private. And I'm just really careful with what I do, what I say, what I release nowadays. How many pets do you have? I have 4 cats, a turtle, and 3 rats. The rats are Josh's rats. The turtles are our turtle. Did you get back into school or work? I was doing an online course for medical billing and coding, but it didn't work out. Like, I tried, and everything I was doing, all the work I was doing, they weren't even grading it. They weren't giving me the right assignments. They had me in the wrong class, and I was putting in all this work and they weren't even checking it. And it was like, if I'm going to be doing all this work and you're not even going to check it, then it's a waste of my time and it's a waste of my money, because I'm going to have to end up paying it back because I had to take out a student loan for it. So I just quit. Like, I quit everything. I quit. What films, TV shows have you binged lately? We have actually been binge watching a lot of stuff here lately, but the one worth mentioning is From. We binge watched season 3, and then we went back and watched season 1, 2, and then 3 again. It is like the best show out right now, in my opinion. It is such a good and creepy show. So if you haven't heard of it or seen it, or you've heard of it but haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. From is an excellent, excellent, excellent show, and it got us interested from the very first episode. Will you get more? I don't know what you mean, get more what? Tattoos and piercings. Piercings probably not. Tattoos definitely yes. TV shows, if I come across it, yes. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that one. Do you still speak to your New Zealand ex? Yes. We don't talk every day, but we do talk. He is one of my best friends, and I talk to him and his girlfriend, and we get along so much better as friends than we ever did as a relationship. He's growing up himself and changing into a different person, and we get along really well. Did you vote? Yes, I did. I voted for the first time in America. Do you feel differently about any topics you did in the past? Like, I feel differently about a lot of things, but about things that I've made videos on, again, unless it was Dorian, probably not. My opinions have pretty much stayed the same. Like, if you're talking about like abortion, or brain fart, abortion, or like I want to say attention whores, but that's completely not what I'm trying to think of at all. Bachelor parties, things like that, like things that I've made videos on saying that I didn't like. Most likely I still don't like them. I have a bit of a difference in opinion now about my mom after I found out some things. If you want to know more about my mom in that situation, I wrote a really, 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 really long status about it, and I would make a video and just read that status because it explains it better than any random video I make could. But I won't do it unless it's asked for because it's just a waste of time otherwise. So I do feel differently about my mom, and I feel hugely different about Dorian because he's grown up, he's changed, he's become everything I had hoped that he would become, that I was worried about and that I used to bitch and complain about. I did it out of concern. I didn't want him to be alone and be homeless without me, suffer. And he's had the same job for like 8 years. He's engaged. He is expecting a baby. So I'm going to be a grandma this year in a couple months. They're having a little girl, and I'm not allowed to share anything I want about the baby. So it's only what I have permission to share. And I totally get that, you know, like I said a couple questions ago, I had to be private myself now and realize what I can share and what I can't share. And I'm not going to share their baby without permission. So it'll be whatever they let me share. I have a pretty good relationship with him and her. She sends me pictures of them all the time and stuff. And that skips ahead to the second to the last question. Do you speak to your son? I do. We are on really good terms now. His birthday just passed. He just turned 30. So I'm quite proud of him. And I wasn't too sure at first if being a dad was going to be a good choice for him. You know, I still didn't know completely what his mindset was like. But he has straightened up. He's sober. He's working. He's going to go back to school. He's going to learn how to drive. He's got ambition, and he's just doing so much better than I ever thought he would. And I'm so super proud of him. And I love that we got our relationship back after that fiasco with Bitch Face there. And I don't know if you guys caught while I had that video up about what her and Logan did to Dorian. It was pretty horrific. If you didn't catch it and you want to see it, it's private. Let me know and I will send you the link. Dorian did give me permission to share it. I don't share anything of his without permission. He wanted to get the story out there too, but of course he doesn't make videos or anything, so it was up to me, and I didn't mind doing it for him, so I did, and that is there. If you were given $10,000, what's the first thing you would do? I would buy a car that worked, like a really good car. I would give some money to the person we're staying with, and I would probably hire someone to come in here and just do like a deep clean for me, because I haven't like been in the mindset to just like spend 10 to 12 hours cleaning like I used to, and I wouldn't mind paying someone to come in here and just wipe it for me, just go through and clean everything. If you're given $500,000, what would you do? Same, but I would buy a house and I would get a BBL, because that's like my dream, is to get a BBL. I wanna get whatever fat I have left sucked out and stuck in my butt, because I've like lost my butt. I'll upload some pictures and maybe a video here of what my body looks like today. So yeah, I would get a BBL and complete my body change, my body reconstruction. Yeah, buy a house, buy a car, give some money to the people we're staying with, pay back anybody that's loaned us money or helped us out. Finally be able to have like good Christmases and holidays again. Spoil the cats more than they already are. And I would like to say I would travel to New Zealand with that money and see Dorian, but that still leaves the problem with the cats. Like, I wouldn't want to leave them, you know, here, not knowing, you know, I would want to make sure that they were taken care of and looked on and seen every day, and I don't know if they would be or not. And in a kennel or a cattery, I just don't want to put them through that. So unfortunately that problem still stands, though I could pay for Dorian to come here. And I have a big box of American treats, like a huge box of treats that I got for Dorian that I want to send to him. That's going to cost me like $300. I haven't been able to send it yet, so I would send him that for sure. Do you or Josh speak to his family? What family? No, we have nothing to do with them still, and the reason behind that is still the same. Want nothing to do with them, have nothing to do with them, will never have anything to do with them. And do I speak to my son? Yes. And am I happy? That's goes back to like the first question, how am I doing? I'm happy enough, I guess. I'm really happy here lately because I've been dropping so much weight, and my, you know, my self-worth has always been tied into how much I weigh, and like my rings are falling off me now, and like my face is tiny. My neck and my face are tiny now. That was not flattering. My stomach and waistline are really small looking, and I'm super happy. It's been, I don't even know how many years since I've been happy with my body, and I'm finally feeling happy with myself. I just wish that, you know, like we had more money. I'm trying to get on disability. I'm on so many medications. If I can find it, I'll post a picture of the medications that I'm on. So I take all these medications for nerve pain, for psych pain, for chronic pain, and I'm under a doctor's care, and I've got like a laundry list of things that I'm getting seen for, diagnoses and shit. And I'm working with a company that applies for disability for you, so they don't get paid unless you get approved. So hopefully they'll want their money enough that they can help me get it through. And I heard everybody gets denied the first time anyway, so even if I get denied, just reapply and just keep trying is all I can do, because I'm unable to work, and I don't know, I need some kind of income in my life, and that would make me feel complete. You know, not having money is a really shit feeling, and that brings me down a lot. Being poor all the time brings me down a lot. At least we have food, we have a roof over our head, so I'm grateful for those things, and I don't want to sound ungrateful, because I am. I know I still have more than what a lot of people out there have, and that makes me happy. You know, I'm just not bouncing off the walls like, yeah, my life is great. You know, it's good, but it's just not as good as it could be, or as good as it should be, I guess. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's all the questions. I kept it under 30 minutes. Thank you again, Emily, for sending me the questions and giving me a reason to make a video. I hope I answered everything well. If there's anything else you want to know, or anybody else wants to know, feel free to comment or ask it. I'll be more than happy to have another excuse to make a video and answer them and upload them. And I guess I will see you when I see you, whenever I have a reason to make another video.